Half-love is an incomplete, fragmented, and often insincere expression of affection or commitment. It exists in relationships where one or both individuals are not fully present or willing to invest their whole selves. This kind of love lacks the depth, authenticity, and consistency needed to sustain a meaningful connection. It is characterized by fleeting moments of affection, half-hearted promises, and an overall reluctance to truly engage. At its core, half-love is a shadow of what true love should be: vibrant, whole, and encompassing. In relationships defined by half-love, there is often an imbalance. One person may be fully committed, giving their time, energy, and emotions generously, while the other remains distant, withholding their full presence. This imbalance creates a sense of longing and dissatisfaction for the one who loves deeply, while the other may not even realize the harm they are causing. Half-love thrives in ambiguity, where intentions are unclear and boundaries are blurred. It leaves the one on the receiving end constantly questioning their worth and the validity of the relationship. Half-love can manifest in various forms. It might be a partner who offers affection only when it is convenient, or a friend who only shows up during good times but disappears in moments of need. It could also be someone who says all the right things but fails to back their words with actions. In essence, half-love lacks the reliability and consistency that are hallmarks of genuine relationships. It is often accompanied by a lack of emotional vulnerability, as the person offering half-love tends to guard their true feelings, afraid of the commitment or responsibility that comes with fully loving someone. The consequences of half-love are profound and far-reaching. For the person who is deeply invested, it can lead to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. They may start questioning if they are asking for too much or if they are somehow unworthy of being loved fully. Over time, this can erode their self-esteem and make them settle for less than they deserve. On the other hand, the person giving half-love may feel a sense of guilt or discomfort, but often justifies their actions by claiming they are not ready for a deeper connection, or that their behavior is simply who they are. One of the most damaging aspects of half-love is its ability to create a false sense of hope. The recipient may hold on to the belief that things will eventually change, that the other person will one day give them the love they deserve. This hope can trap them in a cycle of disappointment and unmet expectations, making it difficult to move on or demand better. Meanwhile, the one offering half-love may take advantage of this hope, knowingly or unknowingly, by continuing to offer just enough to keep the other person engaged without fully committing. Half-love often stems from a place of fear or unresolved issues. The person giving it may have past experiences that make them hesitant to fully trust or invest in another person. They may fear vulnerability, rejection, or the loss of independence that can come with deep emotional connections. While these fears are valid and deserve empathy, they do not excuse the act of giving less than one's whole self in a relationship. Half-love, in this sense, becomes a way of self-preservation for one person, but at the expense of another's emotional well-being. It is important to recognize that half-love is not always intentional. Some people may not even realize they are offering it. They may think they are doing their best, or that the level of affection they are providing is sufficient. However, love is not just about intentions, it is about actions and the impact they have on another person. When love is partial, it inevitably falls short of meeting the needs and expectations of a healthy relationship. Breaking free from half-love requires courage and self-awareness. For the person who is receiving it, it means acknowledging that they deserve more and having the strength to demand it. It involves setting boundaries and being willing to walk away from relationships that do not honor their worth. For the person giving half-love, it requires introspection and a willingness to confront their fears and limitations. It means taking responsibility for their actions and either stepping up to offer full love or being honest about their inability to do so. True love, in contrast to half-love, is complete and unconditional. It involves giving and receiving wholeheartedly, without reservations or ulterior motives. It is about being present, consistent, and vulnerable. True love requires effort, communication, and a genuine desire to nurture and grow the relationship. It is not about perfection, but about striving to meet each other's needs with honesty and care. Half-love is a disservice to both parties involved. It deprives one person of the love and respect they deserve and prevents the other from experiencing the depth and beauty of a truly committed relationship. Recognizing and rejecting half-love is an act of self-respect and a step toward building connections that are meaningful, fulfilling, and whole. Wholehearted love is the foundation of meaningful, fulfilling relationships. It is the act of loving someone with complete dedication, honesty, and authenticity, where both individuals bring their full selves into the connection. Unlike superficial or half-hearted affection, wholehearted love is rooted in sincerity, trust, and mutual respect. Its importance cannot be overstated, as it forms the bedrock of healthy relationships, fostering emotional security, personal growth, and genuine happiness. When love is wholehearted, it creates a sense of safety and security. Both partners feel seen, heard, and valued, which strengthens the bond between them. This type of love allows individuals to be their true selves without fear of judgment or rejection. In a world where vulnerability is often viewed as a weakness, wholehearted love provides the assurance that one can be open and honest without losing the other person's respect or affection. This emotional safety is crucial, as it encourages authenticity and deepens intimacy. Wholehearted love is not just about grand gestures or romantic expressions, it is about consistency and effort. It shows up in the small, everyday actions that demonstrate care and commitment. It means being there for each other during both the highs and lows of life, celebrating victories together, and providing support during challenges. This level of presence and dedication is what differentiates wholehearted love from fleeting or conditional affection. It requires a conscious choice to prioritize the relationship and invest in its growth. One of the most significant aspects of wholehearted love is its ability to foster personal growth. When people feel truly loved and accepted, they are more likely to embrace their strengths and confront their weaknesses. This type of love acts as a mirror, reflecting not only the beauty in each person, but also the areas where they can improve. In a wholehearted relationship, constructive feedback is given with kindness and received with gratitude, as both individuals understand that their growth contributes to the strength of the partnership. Wholehearted love also plays a vital role in building trust. Trust is the cornerstone of any relationship, and it flourishes when love is genuine and complete. When individuals know they can rely on each other, they are more willing to take risks and share their deepest thoughts and feelings. This trust creates a solid foundation for navigating life's uncertainties together. It also minimizes misunderstandings and conflicts, as both partners are confident in each other's intentions and commitment. Another reason wholehearted love is so important is its capacity to heal. Life inevitably brings pain and disappointment, but a relationship grounded in wholehearted love can provide solace and comfort. It offers a safe space for individuals to process their emotions and find strength in their partner's support. This healing power of love extends beyond the relationship itself, positively impacting other areas of life, such as work, friendships, and personal well-being. Relationships lacking wholehearted love often lead to feelings of emptiness and frustration. Half-hearted affection can create a sense of imbalance, where one person feels they are giving more than they are receiving. This dynamic can breed resentment and erode the connection over time. Without the stability and assurance that come with wholehearted love, individuals may struggle with self-doubt and question their value in the relationship. This uncertainty can take a toll on emotional health and make it difficult to maintain a sense of fulfillment. Wholehearted love is also essential for creating lasting memories and experiences. The joy of sharing life with someone who is fully invested in the relationship enriches every moment, from the mundane to the extraordinary. These shared experiences build a reservoir of positive emotions that can be drawn upon during challenging times, reinforcing the bond between partners. This depth of connection is what makes relationships truly rewarding and enduring. Wholehearted love sets a standard for how individuals should be treated. It teaches the importance of mutual respect, empathy, and compromise. In a relationship where both partners are equally committed, there is no room for manipulation, selfishness, or indifference. Instead, the focus is on creating a partnership that uplifts and supports both individuals. This standard not only benefits the relationship, but also serves as a model for other interactions, promoting healthier dynamics in all areas of life. It is important to recognize that wholehearted love is not about perfection. No relationship is free from challenges, and even the most devoted partners will make mistakes. However, the beauty of wholehearted love lies in its resilience. It allows for forgiveness and learning, enabling couples to overcome obstacles together. This resilience is born from the mutual understanding that both individuals are equally invested in making the relationship work. Wholehearted love is the essence of a meaningful relationship. It provides emotional security, fosters personal and mutual growth, builds trust, and offers healing. It enriches life with shared joy and creates a strong foundation for navigating challenges. By choosing to love wholeheartedly, individuals honor their partner and themselves, creating a connection that is not only fulfilling but also transformative. In a world where love is often misunderstood or undervalued, embracing wholehearted love is a powerful act of courage and commitment. It is a testament to the belief that true happiness comes from loving and being loved completely without reservations or conditions. Half-love, the incomplete or partial affection offered in a relationship, can have profound emotional consequences for the person who experiences it. While it may appear tolerable at first, over time, the imbalance in emotional investment and commitment leads to feelings of inadequacy, confusion, and heartbreak. These consequences manifest in various ways, affecting not only the individual's emotional well-being, but also their sense of self-worth and ability to form healthy relationships in the future. The damage caused by half-love extends far beyond the relationship itself, leaving deep scars that can take significant time and effort to heal. One of the most immediate emotional impacts of half-love is a sense of confusion. In a relationship where one partner offers only a fraction of their affection or commitment, the other is left constantly questioning the nature and direction of the bond. This ambiguity creates an emotional limbo where the recipient of half-love feels unsure about their place in the other person's life. They may wonder whether they are truly valued or if they are merely convenient. This uncertainty can be mentally exhausting as they struggle to interpret the mixed signals and inconsistent behavior that often accompany half-love. As confusion persists, it often gives way to self-doubt. The person receiving half-love may begin to internalize the lack of full commitment as a reflection of their own inadequacy. They might question whether they are deserving of complete love or if they are somehow lacking in qualities that would inspire deeper affection. This self-doubt can erode their self-esteem over time, leading to feelings of worthlessness and insecurity. They may find themselves comparing their relationship to others or even blaming themselves for the imbalance, believing that they need to change or compromise more to earn the other person's full love. Half-love also creates a persistent sense of longing and emotional emptiness. While the moments of affection or attention may provide temporary satisfaction, they are insufficient to fulfill the deep human need for connection and belonging. This emotional starvation leaves the recipient feeling unfulfilled, as if they are reaching for something that is always just out of their grasp. The fleeting nature of the love they receive prevents them from fully experiencing the joy and contentment that come with a wholehearted, reciprocal relationship. Over time, this unfulfilled longing can lead to feelings of sadness, frustration, and even despair. Another significant emotional consequence of half-love is the development of anxiety and insecurity within the relationship. The inconsistency of the affection or commitment can make the recipient feel constantly on edge, as they are unsure when or if they will receive the love they crave. This anxiety may manifest as overthinking, clinginess, or a constant need for reassurance from their partner. They may fear doing anything that could jeopardize the fragile connection, which can lead to a loss of authenticity as they suppress their own needs and desires in an attempt to please the other person. The imbalance in half-love also breeds resentment over time. As the person giving more to the relationship continues to feel undervalued or unreciprocated, they may begin to harbor feelings of bitterness toward their partner. This resentment can erode the foundation of trust and respect in the relationship, making it even harder to maintain a meaningful connection. The person may feel trapped in a cycle of giving without receiving, leading to frustration and anger that eventually overshadow the positive aspects of the relationship. One of the most damaging long-term effects of half-love is its impact on future relationships. The emotional wounds caused by partial affection can make it difficult for the individual to trust or open up to others in the future. They may carry the fear of being undervalued or unloved into new relationships, leading to patterns of self-protection that hinder genuine connection. In some cases, they may even settle for less than they deserve again, believing that full love is unattainable or unrealistic. Half-love can also lead to emotional exhaustion. The effort required to sustain a relationship with someone who is not fully invested can be draining, leaving the recipient feeling depleted and worn out. This exhaustion affects other areas of life, such as work, friendships, and personal growth, as the individual struggles to balance their emotional needs with the demands of a one-sided relationship. The constant strain of giving without receiving eventually takes a toll, making it difficult to focus on self-care or pursue personal goals. Despite these negative consequences, it is important to recognize that healing from half-love is possible. Acknowledging the emotional toll of such a relationship is the first step toward breaking free and seeking healthier connections. Building self-awareness and understanding one's own worth can help individuals avoid falling into similar patterns in the future. It requires courage to set boundaries, demand more, and walk away from relationships that do not honor one's emotional needs. The emotional consequences of half-love serve as a reminder of the importance of mutuality and balance in relationships. Love that is incomplete or conditional fails to provide the security, joy, and fulfillment that people deserve. Recognizing the signs of half-love and its impact can empower individuals to prioritize their emotional well-being and seek relationships that offer the full, wholehearted love they are worthy of receiving. The impact of half-love on self-worth is profound and deeply affecting, often leaving individuals questioning their value and deservingness of love. Half-love, characterized by partial affection, inconsistent commitment, and a lack of reciprocity, has a way of eroding self-esteem over time. It undermines an individual's confidence and sense of identity, making them feel inadequate and unworthy. This damage to self-worth does not just affect the person in the immediate relationship, but can carry over into other aspects of their life, shaping how they view themselves and interact with the world. One of the first ways half-love impacts self-worth is through the constant questioning it induces. When someone is in a relationship with a partner who is only partially invested, they are often left to wonder why they are not receiving full commitment. This doubt can quickly turn inward, leading them to believe the problem lies within themselves. They may start to scrutinize their own behavior, appearance, or personality, searching for flaws that might explain why the other person is holding back. Over time, this relentless self-criticism chips away at their confidence, leaving them feeling as though they are fundamentally flawed. The inconsistency inherent in half-love further exacerbates this issue. Moments of affection or connection, followed by periods of distance or indifference, create an emotional roller coaster. During the high points, the person may feel validated and hopeful, but the subsequent withdrawal of love can feel like rejection. This cycle of highs and lows leads to a fragile sense of self-worth that is dependent on external validation. The individual begins to tie their value to the unpredictable attention they receive, making their self-esteem increasingly unstable. Another significant impact of half-love on self-worth is the feeling of being undervalued. When someone invests their time, energy, and emotions into a relationship but does not receive the same level of commitment in return, it can make them feel unappreciated. They may begin to internalize the message that their efforts are not enough or that they are not worthy of being fully loved. This sense of being undervalued can be particularly damaging because it undermines the person's belief in their own importance and contribution to the relationship. Half-love also creates a sense of inadequacy. The recipient often feels as though they are constantly striving to earn the other person's full affection or approval, only to fall short. This dynamic can make them feel as though they are not good enough, no matter how much effort they put in. They may start to believe that there is something inherently lacking in them that prevents them from being fully loved. This perceived inadequacy can extend beyond the relationship, affecting how they view their abilities, worth, and potential in other areas of life. The emotional exhaustion caused by half-love further diminishes self-worth. Being in a one-sided relationship requires significant effort to maintain, as the individual is often trying to compensate for the other person's lack of investment. This constant giving without receiving in return leaves them drained and depleted. Over time, this imbalance can make them feel unworthy of receiving love and care, as they become accustomed to prioritizing the other person's needs over their own. This self-neglect reinforces the belief that their own feelings and desires are less important. The impact of half-love on self-worth is not limited to the present relationship. It often leaves lasting scars. Individuals who have experienced half-love may carry the wounds of feeling undervalued and inadequate into future relationships. These unresolved feelings can lead to patterns of self-doubt and insecurity, making it difficult for them to trust others or believe in their own worth. They may settle for less than they deserve, fearing that they will never find someone who will fully love and appreciate them. Half-love can distort an individual's perception of what they deserve in a relationship. After being in a dynamic where partial affection and inconsistency were the norm, they may start to believe that this is all they can expect or hope for. This lowered standard can prevent them from recognizing or pursuing healthier, more fulfilling relationships. They may convince themselves that they should be grateful for any attention they receive, even if it is insufficient or conditional. Healing from the impact of half-love on self-worth requires self-awareness and intentional effort. It begins with recognizing that the lack of full commitment or affection in the relationship was not a reflection of their value, but rather a limitation on the part of the other person. Rebuilding self-worth involves reconnecting with one's own needs, desires, and boundaries, and learning to prioritize them without guilt. It also requires developing a deeper sense of self-compassion, acknowledging that everyone deserves to be loved fully and unconditionally. Seeking support from friends, family, or a therapist can also be instrumental in the healing process. These trusted relationships provide a safe space to explore and challenge the negative beliefs about oneself that may have been reinforced by half-love. Over time, this support can help individuals rebuild their confidence and develop a healthier sense of self-worth. The impact of half-love on self-worth serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of mutuality and reciprocity in relationships. True love should uplift and empower, not diminish or undermine. By recognizing the signs of half-love and choosing to walk away from relationships that do not honor their value, individuals can reclaim their self-worth and open themselves to connections that are truly fulfilling and affirming. Mutual responsibility is the cornerstone of any healthy, balanced, and fulfilling relationship. It signifies that both individuals in a partnership share the accountability for maintaining and nurturing their bond, Relationships are not a one-sided endeavor. They require active participation, commitment, and effort from both parties to thrive. This shared responsibility encompasses emotional support, communication, decision-making, and the overall care of the relationship. When mutual responsibility is present, it fosters respect, trust, and growth, ensuring that both partners feel valued and invested in their connection. At its core, mutual responsibility is about balance. Each partner contributes their time, energy, and emotions to the relationship in ways that align with their individual strengths and circumstances. It doesn't mean that both individuals must do the exact same things, but rather that there is an equitable distribution of effort and a shared understanding of what is needed to make the relationship work. This balance ensures that neither partner feels overburdened or neglected, reducing the likelihood of resentment or burnout. A key aspect of mutual responsibility is emotional support. In any relationship, there will be times when one partner needs more understanding, empathy, or care. Mutual responsibility means being there for each other during these moments, offering comfort and encouragement without expecting anything in return. This kind of support is not a one-time effort, but a continuous commitment to understanding and addressing each other's emotional needs. When both partners feel supported, it strengthens their bond and creates a foundation of trust and security. Effective communication is another pillar of mutual responsibility. Open and honest dialogue allows both partners to express their feelings, needs, and concerns. It is through communication that misunderstandings are clarified, conflicts are resolved, and mutual goals are established. Taking responsibility in communication means actively listening, validating each other's perspectives, and being willing to compromise when necessary. It also involves taking ownership of one's actions and words, acknowledging mistakes, and working collaboratively to prevent similar issues in the future. Decision-making is another area where mutual responsibility plays a crucial role. In a healthy relationship, important decisions are made together, with both partners having an equal say. This collaborative approach ensures that the needs and preferences of both individuals are considered, fostering a sense of partnership and unity. Whether it's decisions about finances, family, or future plans, mutual responsibility ensures that both partners feel involved and respected in the process. In addition to emotional and practical aspects, mutual responsibility also extends to personal growth. A strong relationship is one where both partners encourage and support each other's development as individuals. This could mean pursuing personal goals, addressing past traumas, or working on behaviors that might negatively impact the relationship. Taking responsibility for one's own growth is as important as supporting the growth of the other. When both individuals are committed to becoming the best versions of themselves, it enhances the overall quality of the relationship. Mutual responsibility also involves recognizing and respecting boundaries. Each person in a relationship has their own set of values, beliefs, and limits, and it is the responsibility of both partners to honor these boundaries. This respect ensures that neither individual feels pressured or disrespected, creating an environment where both can thrive. Setting and maintaining boundaries requires self-awareness and communication, but when done effectively, it strengthens the relationship and prevents unnecessary conflicts. Without mutual responsibility, relationships often become imbalanced, with one partner shouldering more of the emotional or practical burdens. This imbalance can lead to feelings of frustration, exhaustion, and resentment, as the overburdened partner feels unsupported while the other may feel disconnected or undervalued. Over time, this dynamic can erode trust and intimacy, making it difficult for the relationship to survive. Another consequence of a lack of mutual responsibility is the potential for conflict and blame. When one partner does not take accountability for their actions or contributions, it often leads to misunderstandings and arguments. A healthy relationship requires both individuals to own their roles in any disagreements and to work collaboratively toward solutions. Without this shared accountability, conflicts are more likely to escalate and remain unresolved, causing long-term damage to the relationship. Mutual responsibility also impacts how couples handle challenges and adversities. Life inevitably presents obstacles, whether they are related to health, finances, or external stressors. In a relationship with mutual responsibility, both partners face these challenges together, offering each other strength and resilience. This shared effort not only helps overcome difficulties, but also reinforces the bond between them as they recognize that they are stronger as a team. Building and maintaining mutual responsibility in a relationship requires effort and intentionality. It begins with a shared commitment to prioritize the relationship and to approach it as a partnership. Both individuals must be willing to communicate openly, take accountability for their actions, and invest in each other's well-being. It also involves regularly checking in with one another to ensure that both feel valued and supported. Mutual responsibility is essential for the health and longevity of any relationship. It creates a dynamic where both partners feel equally invested, respected, and supported. By sharing the emotional, practical, and personal aspects of the relationship, couples can build a strong foundation of trust, balance, and mutual respect. Ultimately, mutual responsibility is not just about maintaining a relationship, it's about creating a partnership that empowers both individuals to grow and thrive together. In a world where technology often substitutes for face-to-face interaction, and social media highlights curated snippets of life rather than reality, the call for authentic connections has never been more urgent. Authentic connections are genuine, deep, and unfiltered bonds between people that are built on trust, mutual understanding, and shared vulnerability. They go beyond surface-level interactions and allow individuals to truly know and be known by others. In an age dominated by distractions and superficial exchanges, cultivating these meaningful relationships is essential for emotional well-being, personal growth, and a sense of belonging. Authentic connections start with authenticity itself, which requires individuals to show up as they truly are without masks, pretenses, or fear of judgment. Being authentic means embracing one's flaws, strengths, and individuality and inviting others to do the same. This vulnerability is the foundation of genuine relationships as it fosters trust and allows both parties to feel safe and valued. Without authenticity, connections often remain shallow, limiting the depth and quality of the bond. One of the significant challenges in building authentic connections is the pervasive culture of comparison fostered by social media and modern communication. Platforms designed to connect people often do the opposite, as users present idealized versions of their lives, creating a facade that discourages vulnerability. This phenomenon can lead to feelings of inadequacy, isolation, and loneliness, even in the midst of constant digital interaction. Authentic connections counteract this by prioritizing real-life engagement and honest dialogue over filtered images and curated updates. Authentic connections require active listening, a skill that is often overlooked in today's fast-paced world. Listening is not just about hearing words, but understanding the emotions, intentions, and needs behind them. When individuals truly listen to each other, they create a space for empathy and mutual respect, strengthening their bond. Active listening also involves being present in the moment, free from distractions such as phones or multitasking. It demonstrates a genuine interest in the other person and reinforces the value of the connection. Another key aspect of authentic connections is mutual vulnerability. Sharing one's thoughts, fears, and aspirations can be intimidating, but it is essential for building trust. When one person opens up, it often encourages the other to do the same, creating a cycle of mutual understanding and support. Vulnerability fosters intimacy and helps individuals see each other as multidimensional beings rather than mere acquaintances. It allows relationships to transcend superficiality and evolve into meaningful partnerships. Authentic connections also thrive on consistency and effort. Building deep relationships takes time, and nurturing them requires ongoing commitment. In a world that often prioritizes convenience and quick gratification, the effort involved in maintaining authentic connections can seem daunting. The rewards far outweigh the challenges. Regular check-ins, shared experiences, and acts of kindness strengthen bonds and remind individuals that they are valued. Authentic connections are not about grand gestures, but about showing up consistently, especially during difficult times. One of the profound benefits of authentic connections is their impact on emotional well-being. Humans are inherently social creatures who thrive on meaningful interactions. Authentic relationships provide a sense of belonging and reduce feelings of loneliness. They offer a support system during challenging times and amplify joy during moments of celebration. The emotional security that comes from knowing someone truly understands and accepts you is unparalleled, and it contributes significantly to overall happiness and mental health. Authentic connections encourage personal growth. Being in a relationship where one can express themselves freely without fear of judgment fosters self-awareness and self-acceptance. Honest feedback from trusted individuals helps individuals identify areas for improvement while also celebrating their strengths. These relationships act as mirrors, reflecting not only who a person is, but also who they have the potential to become. This dynamic encourages both partners to grow individually while strengthening their bond. Authentic connections also serve as a buffer against the stress and challenges of modern life. In a world that often feels overwhelming, having a network of genuine relationships provides emotional stability and resilience. These connections remind individuals that they are not alone in their struggles and that there is always someone they can rely on. This sense of security reduces anxiety and helps individuals navigate difficulties with greater confidence. Fostering authentic connections, however, requires intentional effort and the willingness to prioritize quality over quantity. It is tempting to measure one's social success by the number of friends or followers, but authentic connections are not about numbers, they are about depth. A few meaningful relationships are far more fulfilling than a large network of acquaintances. Building these relationships involves being selective about where one invests their time and energy and choosing individuals who align with their values and priorities. To cultivate authentic connections, individuals must also let go of fear of rejection, fear of being vulnerable, and fear of not being enough. These fears often act as barriers to meaningful relationships, keeping individuals from reaching out or opening up. Overcoming these fears requires courage and a willingness to embrace imperfection, both in oneself and in others. Authentic connections are not about perfection, but about acceptance and mutual respect. The call for authentic connections is a response to a world that increasingly prioritizes convenience over depth and appearance over substance. Authentic connections fulfill the fundamental human need for belonging, offering emotional security, personal growth, and a sense of purpose. They require effort, vulnerability, and a commitment to showing up as one's true self, but the rewards are immeasurable. In a time when genuine relationships can feel rare, answering this call is not just beneficial, it is essential for living a rich, meaningful life. By fostering authentic connections, individuals create a network of support, understanding, and love that enriches their lives and strengthens their resilience against life's challenges.